Hello and welcome to this episode of Parent University. I am Andy Pattee, the superintendent of the Cedar Falls Community School District, and we're excited to have this Parent University covering authentic learning that's occurring in our school system. Parent University is a program of Cedar Falls Schools that includes educational programs and videos to share information and tips with parents and the community. Topics will cover what students are learning, ways to help your child or children, and give parents a better understanding of what happens every day in our school buildings. We hope parents gain an understanding and confidence and become more engaged in the program and larger community. So, welcome to this episode. Very excited to have both Tara Estep and TJ Warren here to be able to talk through authentic learning. It's something that we're really excited about across our district in multiple different areas and in layers. So the first question really is for Tara, just to start off with, how would you define authentic learning in the Cedar Falls Schools?
Absolutely. Happy to be here. Authentic learning is exactly what it says. It's authentic, meaningful, hands-on experiences for students. And what we're really doing and hoping to achieve is to help students when they leave Cedar Falls High School be more prepared for the world and helping them to find their strengths, which is going to lead to helping them find their passion and their purpose. That's our end goal.
Yep. That's really, really good. With TJ, as maybe a parent wouldn't understand what authentic learning is, can you talk about what the key characteristics of an effective authentic learning experience is?
Yeah, so when we think about, the world of work and professionalism, particularly with projects and a variety of different things that we do as professionals, that includes professional communication. It includes collaboration, teamwork, researching, all of those things, and even developing or designing something tangible like a project or a product or a process. And if we also think about those are the durable skills, we also need technical skills, coding, and learning how to design something for a marketing piece through software. So there's all of these things, and all of these skills are necessary to work effectively as a team toward a common goal. And so the characteristics of an effective, authentic learning experience are these things. And so we want students to learn these skills of professional development, this professional management, design thinking, all of those things to then apply to projects in the classroom. So for example, there's like a 6th grade bug list that all the schools will do. They'll find problems within their school that they want to solve that bug them, and then they'll come up with solutions towards that. And so they learn the durable skills, they do those projects, and then we want them to have what's called a gold star experience. And that's essentially where they're potentially working with an employer to solve a real world authentic learning problem. And it's really exciting to do. Yeah.
And when you have voice and choice in what you may be learning, the standards stay the same, but what's exciting is that just builds in buy-in, and students really are passionate as we try to help students find their passion and purpose. Tara, what skills are students building while engaging in this authentic learning experience?
Yeah, well, so many skills, so many academic skills, but also just to go off of what TJ said, so many durable skills. And what are those? Well, they're soft skills, professional skills, but we like to call them durable skills. We have partnered with a nonprofit organization out of Colorado called America Succeeds, and they went through a 2-year study of 80 million job postings. And what they found in those job postings were 10 major competencies or themes of skills that employers were seeking. And those skills were durable skills: collaboration, communication, critical thinking, problem solving, resiliency. Those are all pieces that they were noticing as skill gaps for future employees. And so if they are noticing those as skill gaps, then it's really our job. If we're helping to prepare students for the world that they're walking into, how can we then embed some of those durable skills within a student's experience? And we are doing that through authentic learning.
What an exciting opportunity to really have so much carryover and overlap with what we know is important for success in school, but also important for success in life. TJ, how does the district involve community partners in authentic learning experiences?
So first and foremost, I think that give credit to the CAPS program that's been around for 7 to 8 years. I'm not quite sure on that date, but it's a program that's been well established and it has a great reputation. This has developed a lot of our partnerships already, just basically. And so there are two things that come to mind when I think about the district getting involved with us and developing as community partners, and that's really, first of all, we get CAPS projects all the time. So employers will submit projects, and some of them are maybe at a level where we think a 6th grade class could take it on. And so that's just an easy connection of seeing those projects come in, let's roll with it. Teachers, are you all for it? And we'll implement those within the class. The other thing I do is I connect with teachers and ask them what are their interests and what are the interests of their students. And sometimes I'll go out to the community and interact with an employer and ask them, do you have a project that's connected to their interests? Do you have a project that would be good for 6th grade students to tackle and kind of have that conversation? And most often they do. And if they don't, they're at least starting to think about it moving forward. Oh, I can think about what could I have 6th graders work on? And so it's really exciting to start to see that. And additionally, another part of my role as a CAPS instructor is to develop those conversations. So it's a lot of just interactions, building relationships with employers in an effort to do that.
And I think a great visual representation of that is this video that was put together towards the end of last year, covering really our first year across all buildings for a 6th grade authentic learning course happening at the 6th grade level. So please enjoy this video.
Authentic learning for us has been really an opportunity to allow our students to do something that affects their world in a real way, allows them to find out where they can make an impact in their world and what kind of solutions they can provide in their world.
So because of authentic learning, students have been able to show a lot better collaboration skills. They're not just working with their friends, they're working with all groups of people. There's a lot of project management. They've got to meet deadlines, and they've really been engaged with their learning.
When we are creating jobs at a rate where we don't even know what the next job is going to be, to be able to have somebody come out of schools into the workforce that can identify problems, be a problem solver, be a collaborative teammate, and whatever it might need to be able to innovate, that kind of opportunity for our students just seems invaluable right now.
Well, we have been intentional about providing students with experiences to focus on those skills, and because of that, we've really noticed a lot of confidence and fun. They love their time with authentic learning.
Some projects we did were making a successful egg contraption so that an egg could survive a drop from the top of the cafeteria.
We give presentations to inform people. We do a lot of recycling, and we worked with Hartman Reserve Nature Center, and they were having a problem with people going off trails and it's causing erosion, and we were helping solve that problem.
I have a young lady who at the very beginning of the year, very shy, very reserved, and working through this process and being around people that wanted to make her better allowed her to grow and want to make other people better. And at parent-teacher conferences, the parents were in tears because she led her entire conference with them, had never done that before. The fact that she was able to go from having so much anxiety at school that she didn't even want to show up to school to now being so proud of what she was doing that she's willing to show it off to everybody, that just tells me that what we're doing is really good stuff here in Authentic Learning.
Of the work that's going on across our 6th grades. Tara, what strategies have teachers used to create real-world, meaningful learning experiences?
Yeah, I think that video did a great job of showing some of those experiences. And our teachers are really a guide, and they are on the side. They're facilitating some really neat, meaningful experiences for students. And we talked earlier about those durable skills and how we're intentionally building in those durable skills, because we also notice today's students are coming in with less experience with collaboration and solving problems and resiliency and creativity. And so this is an opportunity for us to be explicit and intentional about building out some of those skills. And so I think just a couple examples would really be able to tell you some neat things that are happening across the district. One is a fidget fair. So a sixth grade teacher created an opportunity for students based on them saying, you know, we love fidgets. We'd love to design some fidgets. And it really came from them. And so not only did they just think about that, talk about it, but they did it. They worked within groups and collaborated to design, went through design thinking process and ideate, and actually went ahead and went through with 3D printing some fidgets. And then didn't just stop there, but took that to another level and learned about marketing, and then marketed their fidgets to some third grade students and had to then learn how to pitch that. And so you're seeing so many of those durable skills, but also academic skills really coming together. TJ talked earlier about a bug list. A neat example of that was last year at Aldrich Elementary. Mr. Switzer had his students think about their school community and what's bugging them. And it was neat for them to be able to say, you know, I love our courtyard, but we could use a little bit more to do out here. And so they had to think again about ideating and design thinking process and working through that, doing some research, budgeting, marketing, and then finding some partners to be able to help them with that process. A really neat partnership that they found was CAPS Industries. And so CAPS Industries associates came out and helped them build a giant Jenga for their courtyard. And so what's really great is you're seeing kids that are learning so many skills, both academic and durable, and then being able to see like, hey, what I did here is meaningful, and it's going to be, this giant Jenga now gets to be not enjoyed just by us, but for students for years to come.
So a follow-up question to that, Sarah, how do you ensure that authentic learning does align with our state standards and the assessments?
Yes, absolutely. So our standards drive everything that we do. And the really great part about authentic learning is that one rich experience aligns with so many standards and skills. So some of those examples that I just gave you, we are hitting reading standards for sure within our research, and speaking while we're pitching ideas, writing because we're pitching scripts and we're researching and we're finding out what's the most important things, and then math skills with budgeting, engineering skills. There's just so many different academic areas and content areas that are kind of hit within those one rich experience.
Tremendous. That's really, really good. TJ, how can we strengthen partnerships to enhance authentic learning experiences in our schools?
When I teach on the concept of networking and connections, I'll often ask the question, where does networking take place? And initial answers are conferences, events, but then we get to those answers of grocery stores, coffee shops, athletic events. And so literally networking takes place everywhere. And so I think about our teachers and administration, if we are mindful of this concept, and anywhere and everywhere that we go, we can see and keep our ears and eyes open. That could potentially be a CAPS project. That could be a sixth grade authentic learning experience. And this is just a simple way in which we can continue to strengthen those partnerships. One other thing I would say is that when you think about partnerships that we have a lot of strong connections with Viking Pump and Crichton and JPEC at UNI and all of these partnerships that are really embedded in our CAPS work. But I think we need to branch out to all community partners and businesses in an effort so that we don't burn out our employers. Not that there's a huge time commitment, but it's taking them away from their roles. And so we want to make sure that those relationships are of value. And so opening it up and getting to know and building those relationships throughout Cedar Falls is important.
And certainly if any business has an interest in being more heavily involved, we'd certainly invite them to reach out and connect with us.
Absolutely, yep.
So Tara, what is the vision that you have for the future of authentic learning within our district?
Sure, Andy, the future is super bright with authentic learning. We are really excited about the possibilities and where it's going to go. This year has been really wonderful to be able to say that every sixth grade student in Cedar Falls has a class of authentic learning, which means they have an intentional time every single day to be able to engage in this type of work. That is really exciting, and that's where we embed those durable skills that we talked about. And again, in the end, it's to help prepare our students and to help them find that passion and purpose. We just don't want them to be prepared for the world, but we want them to be prepared to thrive in our world. And we really think that this is going to help.
And what a wonderful way to wrap up this program. That's exactly what we want, is all of our kids to thrive in this world by living with their passions and understanding their passions so they can not work a single day in their life because they enjoy it so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you for TJ. Thank you for Tara for being
Yes.
here. Thanks for
Thank
those
you.
that are
Thank you.
watching this and have viewed this. And we just wish you a healthy day.